Hi YouTube, it's KhoslaDesign here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a website using CSS, HTML, Dreamweaver and Photoshop. First of all, what you want to do is make yourself a template in Photoshop. This is just a basic layout template, nothing special, just a few rectangles scattered around the page. What's going to happen is this area right here is going to be our header. This bit is going to be your navigation bar, this bit is going to be your content area, and this bit is going to be the footer. Let's go and make some more boxes. Okay, now you want to make a different color, and this is just for layout. You don't have to copy this. This is just to help you or help me make the layout for this website. I'm thinking of having a video feed here, so what I'm going to do is change the color of that. So that's a child div inside, and I want to add a actual content area, and I also want to add a Twitter feed. Okay, inside our navigation I want 4 buttons: home, forum, login, or I don't know, about us and contact us. And I also want a search bar. On our header I want a logo, and I also want some information, could be anything here. In our footer I want the copyrights, and I also want our Facebook feed, our Twitter feed, and something else feed. Could be YouTube channel, anything. You could even add that up here. But this is just a quick mock-up of what's gonna happen. So just want to merge these layers. There we go. So yeah, that's our main thing, which that's the main layout for the website. Next you want to name them. So I'm gonna put logo. So you want to make this a bit smaller, and the color of black, and a different font. Okay, so that's pretty easy to read. And in front of this I want to put hash, because that's what divs really use, hash and then your div ID. And then I want this to be a hash header, and I want to go back into this one and change this to a small l, because I'll probably end up forgetting that's a big L. This I want, let's just have our feeds here, so let's put connect right here, and this is going to be our navigation, so I'm just gonna put nav, and then obviously we'll put the buttons in the nav. We'll not do the buttons obviously because we don't have much room. So this is gonna be our, let's say, video. You want a hash in front of this as well. This is gonna be our content area. The main div of this is going to be the content, the child's going to be the video. We also want a, let's see, I'll just put text here. Okay, actually I'll put about. That's our about div. This is going to be our Twitter feed, so just put feed because it could be any type of feed. This is going to be our footer, again hash, and this is going to be our copyright. And these are going to be our little links. Okay, so this is pretty much the full website layout. Now let's start the code, I guess. Minimize this, actually put this to half size, and just so we could see it, I'm going to save it as a PNG to my desktop. Okay, I've just named it Untitled 1, and there it is. We want to go into our Dreamweaver. We want to click site, new site. Let's have a new site. Okay, desktop, new folder. Let's call this your web. Okay, double click on that, select unnamed site. Let's type your web again. However you want to type it, your site name. You could change the file name as well if you want. Save. Okay. And then you want to right click this. You want to click new folder for CSS. You right click the top one again, and you want to click new folder and put images. You want to right click it once more and have index.html. Now you want to go into your CSS folder. You want to right click that, new file. Let's just say style.css. You could name that anything, so let's just put layout. Actually, I always use layout, but normally people just use style, but I'm happy with that. Okay, so first of all, you want to go into your code view. We're not going to be working in design view, we're just all code and Photoshop really. So you want to change the title to your website. I'm just going to put your web again because that's the name of this site. And this is, I always do this, is where you tab your stuff out. What tabbing is really spacing it all out and making it all neat and tidy. So what I'm going to do is highlight all that and press the tab key on your keyboard. It's above the cap locks if you don't know. Next I want to go into my head and tab that out as well. This just shows that the head is in between the HTML and the title and meta are in between the head. It's just easier for someone to read it. If you're working in a company, a development, you could easily read it and stuff. So next what we want to do is make some divs. Let's put div ID. Actually, never mind that first. We'll go back into a head and link a style sheet. Do you want to link? Do you want rel? You want to go down to style sheet. You can just type S really. Style sheet. You want to put href. You want to browse for your style sheet. Our style sheet is in CSS and it's called layout.css. So you want to click OK, and there we have it. And then you want to put type equals, and then text/CSS, because that's what we're going to be using. Then you're going to close this off just like that. Okay, now the style sheet is linked. You want to save, file, save, close it and reopen it, and you'll see that layout.css is linked with this style sheet, with this whole website. Sorry, the style sheet is linked. You want to go back and let's put in our divs. So div ID equals, you want to put your IDs for divs. So these are divs: logo, header, connect, nav, stuff like that. All them are divs. The one that start with hash. So one that I didn't do, which I should have, is a one for the full thing. The full site needs to be in one div. So I'm going to put a wrapping div. You can name these absolutely anything, doesn't matter. Just make sure you remember them when you come to typing it in CSS. So this is our wrapper. Okay, and inside here, I want to tab this out again, sorry. And yeah, inside here I want my first header div. So it's going to be div ID equals, what I'm actually going to do is just make a blank div, just to copy and paste. So I'm going to put now in this one header. You don't have to put the hashes in these either because it's automatically done through the CSS. Okay, within the header div now we want our logo, so I'm going to put logo, and we also want to connect, so I'll just have to tab that out a little. If that doesn't work like that, you just click the line and tab it. So connect. Okay, so inside our full wrapper div we have a header div, which inside that has a logo and connect div. So that is that one main div done. Now what we want is another div. We want to call this one our navigation. I'm just going to put nav because it's short for navigation. You can do anything, but I want it related with this. Okay, inside a nav div we're just going to leave it for now. We're just going to leave an empty line for now. Okay, we're going to make a new div. We're going to call this hash, no sorry, not hash, content, just normal, like that. As I said before, it's automatically done in CSS. Let's name it content, and we're also going to make inside this one is the div called video. So video there, tab that out again. Remember to tab. We're going to make 3 divs here, one called video, one called about, and one called feed. Okay, now what we need to do is make our footer. So this is going to be the last main div. So this is the content div here. Just going to space that out a little. This is our nav div, this is our header div, this is our content div, and so on and so on. Just gonna tab that out again just to make it all neat and tidy. Okay, our last div is going to be footer. Inside the footer div I'm going to have links and also copyright. Ooh, what have I done? Right, okay, so now we have our footer div. We need to tab this out again. Inside our footer div we have our links div and we have a copyright div, and then I close the div off here. Okay, so just want to space this out a little. Give each div about 2 lines, each main div 2 lines, and none for the child. It's just to help you understand a bit more about divs and coding. Right. Okay, so this div and this div, all these divs inside of this div are all the layout, really is everything for the layout. So what we want to do now is the most tricky part for some, but I found it quite easy. I find it quite fun as well, to be honest, and it's a bit of a puzzle. Okay, so what you want to do is, I want to close this because, well, I'll just minimize it. You want to go into your website, you want to click the index page. You can open with Google Chrome, Internet Explorer or Firefox. I highly recommend you use Chrome or Firefox. Internet Explorer is rubbish because it's not coded in by it doesn't support really all of most CSS things, and it's bad. So I highly recommend you use these two. So I'm just going to use Firefox because it's a good browser and it understands almost everything, as well as Chrome. Chrome's not bad either, but it's been running slow lately, so I'm just going to use Firefox. Once you open it, you'll have a blank page. Okay, now what you want to do is, let's say you want to change the body color. The body is the full website, obviously. You want to change that to a background color of, just want to type background. I want to change it to #CCC. Then you want to close it off. This is a semicolon. You want to use that to close all them off, and this, I forgot what you call them, but it's just a normal colon, I think. You want to close. You want to put that every time you are going to write something for this. So what's this this is saying is, inside the body there is going to be a background. And then this is pretty much equal sign, but you put this instead of equals. #CCC is what background is. So this background is going to be this color, and then is that it? It asks the system, is that it? And if yes, you put this. Is that all you want? Yes. So I'm putting one of these semicolons. I want to refresh my browser, and it's still not worked. Okay, I haven't saved it yet because that's what the star means. So I'm going to File, Save, go into this, refresh, and the background has changed to a slightly grey, which I wanted. Okay, next what I'm going to do is pretty much make the layout we've just made again, so but this time using code. So our first div, which was a header, so I'm going to put #header, curly brackets, and inside here I'm going to put height, and we want a height of 150 pixels, let's say, and a width of 1000 pixels. I don't know what your screen size is, but mine's quite big, so I'm just going to use this. And yeah, don't worry, you can at the end of this whole tutorial I'll tell you how to make it fit to each and every screen size, but if not, just use a smaller screen size, it doesn't really matter, you can change it later. Now for the background for this div, I want a color of, let's say, black. I'm just going to use a color black for the main color site. It's going to be black. I'm going to refresh this and let's take a look in big. Okay, it's pretty good. That's our header. Now the thing I've noticed is it's not, obviously there's not a center, and that's not a worry. So you want to go back into your source code. On our header div, we want to click space and we want to add a class. I'm going to make the class called center. And what you want to do is do this for each and every div, but not obviously not for the little child divs, only for the big main divs. So for nav, content, header, and footer. Okay, you want to go back into layout.css, and let's make a class. For classes you use dot, and then you want to put center. Okay, and now what you want to do is curly brackets, give yourself some lines, and let's put a margin of 0 and then 0. Actually, I'm going to have auto. I'm going to close that off. Okay, now it's center. You want to go back into this, and you want all your divs above your classes because it looks more tidy and neat. To be honest, I don't really want my layout, my center div class here, but it comes under layout really because centering stuff is for layout. So I'm just going to leave it here. I'm going to put another div called nav, and what you want to do is again give yourself some few lines. But what the main thing is, you want the width of 100. So first of all, I'm going to do the height. And I'm going to put 300 pixels. no, not 300, 250 pixels. Close that off. Width always 1000 pixels because of our first div was 1000 pixels. You want to come back here and put background, sorry. Background color, black. Close that, and it's a bit too big obviously, so we want to, oh yeah, because the height for this was pretty big as well. Okay, now you'll see that this is become one block. Now obviously we don't want this, so you're going to go back into source code and right here in between the nav and the header divs, I'm going to put br/, then close that, and it'll give us a line space. You want to go back into layout, and I'm going to make it a bit smaller, so I'm going to put, let's say 30 pixels. Yeah, a bit bigger than that. 35. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, now we want our content div, so I'm going to put, let's see, hash content. Is that what we called it? Yes, it is. Okay, pretty much just want to copy all this and curly brackets and put this here and make it all neat. And for the height, obviously you want way more than 35 pixels, so I'm going to put 500. That's pretty big for, but not big enough actually. 800. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, again, I want to use this BR code. You can just copy if you want and paste it in. Give us a line space right here. And what we're going to do inside here is make our video feed, well, videos and Twitter feed and about us. So I don't think we're going to have enough room. I'm going to make it to 1000 pixels height. Okay, that's good enough. And now we need to add our footer. So you want, normally what people do is make their navigation the same size as the footer. So I just want to copy this, Control C, enter, go back a little, and put footer here. Paste it and go put footer, sorry. So now you'll see that the footer's added, but we still need our line space. So I'm just going to type br/ again. And yeah, if you are stuck, I'll give you the code from all of the code put together in a full WinRAR package or zip package if you're interested in just wanting the website. But yeah, I'll just do that. But for now, you want to obviously complete the website. Let's see, inside our inside our header div we have a logo. I'm just gonna make a quick logo through Photoshop, or I could just use a KhoslaDesign's logo. Yeah, I'll just use my logo. What I want to do is put it image src and then equals. Let me go back. My images are saved on my desktop and I've saved it as untitled1. What I want to do is copy that, go back up, and inside your web I'm going to just paste my image in the images. So there it is. Okay, I'm just going to use that, change the name of it obviously to logo. Now it's called logo.png. Open that and it's done. So I want to add a class also to logo. No, actually I'm going to put logo logo png. That doesn't have to be capital, but I'm just gonna make it small. Okay, so let's see. Okay, perfect. And I will tell you how to center it into here as well. So you want to go back into your layout and make yourself a class, and we're going to call this logo PNG. And we're going to put margin 10 pixels. I'm just guessing these pixel sizes just to see an estimate. Let's see what happens if I do this. Nothing. Let's just add a padding. Yeah, there we go. Padding is pretty much padding from all the sides. So I'm going to put add another 20 pixels in there, and there we have it. All around is 20 pixels. Okay, so let's see. For our next thing, we are going to add a connect box. So yeah, okay. Connect. We're gonna have another div. Yeah. Okay. So connect. We're gonna just put a few lines here, and then later we'll put all our descriptions and stuff to tell that what divs they are and all that stuff. For connect, we are gonna add a height of, spell that wrong, of 20 pixels and a width of 300 pixels. And again, I haven't closed this, so I need to close them. And a background, obviously, we need of. I'm just going to put a really contrasting colour, so red, just for now. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so it's this. This is what we've just got. I don't like where that is, so I'm just going to put a margin. -100 pixels, close that, and it should go up a little. And then I want to move it to the side a little, so just 900 pixels. Okay, that's a bit too much. It's pretty much like a game, really, where to put the box. 700, that's too much. We're gonna put 650. Okay, I don't like the height, so I'm gonna put that to 40. Still don't like it. 100. And I like it now. Okay, so I'm going to change this to 90. Again, I'm not going to put it to 110. Okay, I'm still going to make it up to 120. 130. And there we have it. It's sort of on the lines. I'll put 125. Perfect. It's aligned with this almost, I guess. Okay, now what we want is to style this head up a little. I don't know how you want to style it, but I'm just gonna make a quick, well, a good sort of styling. So I'm gonna have a border radius. Why is it not showing? There we have it, border radius. We're gonna have 10 pixels. And you can just see it's curved a little around here. We're going to make it more just to show you. Let's put 30. It curves every time, so I don't want it too curved, so I'm just going to put 20. There we go. And let's see. This could be, obviously this is going to be our connect box, so I'm going to have just going to style it up a little more. Border style. Gonna have ridge and a color of hash. We're gonna use the background color actually. 300 I think it was, or 333. Close it off like that. Well, that didn't work for some reason. Okay, there we have it. I want to change the background to black. You can just type the color if you want. And I'm gonna have a golden type of radius. Let's see, what's the closest color to that? It's gonna be this. Why is this not working? I do not know. I'm just gonna try something. Don't have to try this, but I'm just looking. Okay, there we go. That actually looks pretty cool, to be honest. Yeah, try this. Okay, just change that to border top and this, and then you want again border top, but you want to change it to border bottom. That looks quite cool. You could change it to border right. You could change it to border left. Let's try left if you want. Something like that if you want, or anything. I like it like that really. Inside you could have KhoslaDesign or whatever you want, contact details, anything you want. That's it for episode 1 of this tutorial, and for the next episode I'll be showing you the navigation bar and a bit of the video and Twitter feed and stuff like that. Thanks for watching. KhoslaDesigns. Bye.